Hey everyone, it's Stephanie 1111 Witchy Babe, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at Virgo placements, and we're going to be taking a look at what's going to be going on for you this month in the month of May. Again, I apologize so much that I'm so late for this. I do hope that I have June's ready and posted by the end of May, but I am just trying to kind of organize myself a bit better. I have had a huge surge with private bookings, and I've been having kind of a hard time keeping up. So, but I appreciate it so much. I just cannot express how much support and love I felt from the community that's growing here. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. It means so much to me. So thank you guys so much for supporting me wherever you are coming from, because I know some of you are coming from different platforms and you're not just on YouTube. So thank you so much. So welcome back, my subscribers, and welcome if you are new. Today's reading, we take a look at what's going to be going on this month for Virgo placements. So that could be Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, or North Node. Make sure you're checking out your other placements. And if you have no idea what I just referred to, check out that description box for a couple websites that I recommend to generate your natal chart, and you can get working on what you are beyond your sun sign. So, as always, all of the readings are general energy. Only take the information that resonates and leave anything else behind that doesn't. If you'd like a personalized reading, I do offer that. You can book that at my website, 1111witchybabe.com. All the information in the description box below. Right now, I am booked up for the rest of the month. So, your delivery by date will not be until June if you book right now. So just putting that out there in case you're wanting something that needs to be done quickly. And if that is the case, I do have an emergency add-on option that I've added to my website per requested from my clients. So if you do have something that is a time urgent matter, and that month-long wait is just not looking too good for you right now, you can always add that on to get a fast turnaround. So let's see. Let's start off with, also, it's not just general energy like I have been doing in the past. I have been felt compelled to make my readings a little bit longer and be able to go into the love and relationship portion of your energy and your life specifically, to offer any advice and let you guys know what's going on. So that will be at the end, after I do the general dive in. So we have our cards of the day. It's actually 2 cards today, and I have the, they fall. So the see from a higher perspective, and then the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So what the message I put on my Twitter today regarding this was pretty in-depth. A lot of information came with those 2 cards coming out. But to sum it up is, when negative experiences happen, and chaos hits our life and things just kind of get twisted upside down, even if it's not necessarily negative, even if it's just chaos, even if it's just a lot of stuff happening at once and you feel overwhelmed, this is coming into our life to kind of help align it more on the path that we are wanting. Anytime there's anything new that's introduced, it can become kind of scary, kind of, you can be very unsure of what to do, especially for Virgo placements. You are, an earth energy. There is this desire for stability and kind of knowing what's to expect. So if you have something that's coming into your life that just kind of shakes things up, it can make you feel more like things are just happening to you and they're not happening for you. But in reality, they're actually happening for you to help guide you closer to what you are wanting in your life, to get you closer to your soul's mission. So if you can change your perspective and you can raise it up higher, you can actually transmute a lot of the energy of feeling like the universe is attacking you, or feeling really upset and angry over things that are valid. Not to take away any validity of the emotions, but if you can take your perspective and pull it out of the emotional state and seeing things from a higher perspective, it will help you transmute and then use that energy in order to create something else in your life. And that's where the basis of alchemy, taking something that could be very negative and turning it into a positive thing for you, turning it into a fuel. Think of revenge bodies. Sometimes that happens, and hey, I hope it all happens in a healthy way, but that's an excellent example for taking an emotional loss and turning it into fuel to create a the body that you are desiring to have. People can do the same with, they are told they can't do something with their life, that they're not smart enough, and they take that as fuel to become the best at whatever it is that they were going after. And so I feel that there's a lot of power in that. You do have to be careful, because I don't like to see people just doing things out of spite either. So the intention always matters, but I like to see it as fuel. Like, it doesn't have to be fuel that just tears you down. It can be something that helps you grow and motivates you towards your goals whenever you're having a hard time motivating yourself. So try to see things from just a higher perspective is basically what the message is today. And if you are wanting to see all my daily messages as they come out, sometimes I do post them in the community part of my channel, but if you follow me on Twitter, that is where I do post them daily, and you'll be able to catch them there, as well as some of the other platforms I share the messages as well on. So let's go ahead and dive on into the reading. I will be using the Cosmic Tarot today, along with the Archetype cards and the Angels and Ancestors cards for the general reading. So let's get on into that. And the way this works is I just dive on in and see what you need to hear, what's important for you right now. I'm going to start off with using the archetypes. I want to just see kind of your energy for this month, and any information attached to that. So for Virgo placements for the month of May. Wow, look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have, oh, my camera's doing that thing where it's not. I'll just have to manually do it. Queen, so light attributes, radiates regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Wow, so you're stepping into Queen energy this month, Virgos. Okay, so you might be embodying this energy, or you might have somebody come into your life that helps pull this energy out of you and is this energy themselves. So they don't have to be somebody that's presents as feminine. They could be any gender. That doesn't really matter. It's just the energy that they are carrying, but it's somebody that comes in and just radiates that regal feminine energy, that queen energy, where, you know, she's an authority, but she is kind and loving and is looking at the best interests of everyone, and wants to protect others. So some of you definitely, I feel like you guys have a protector, this very strong feminine energy coming across that's protecting you. That is like, you know, maybe for some of you, you don't even realize how much this person is on your team. They might not be somebody that knows you that well, but they might be kind of like an acquaintance that really admires you. And there might be, for some of you, this is an older person. This is somebody a lot older than you that is kind of seeing you as a version of them when they were younger, and they're wanting to help guide you. They're wanting to help with assisting. But I think a lot of you are just stepping in this energy yourself. You know, you're stepping into a position of authority, and you're wanting to help protect others. That might be coming out in your job. That might be coming out in your home, in your community, in your friend circle. So let's get some tarot in here. See what else is going on. Wow, Princess of Wands. Yeah, see, I was getting this energy of somebody older. I get that with the Queen, somebody more mature, and then somebody younger. So we have the Princess of Wands. So if you are resonating with, you feel like, you know, maybe you're coming in contact with somebody that's kind of acting as a mentor to you, you might be embodying that Princess of Wands, where you're the student energy, you're just learning and you're excited. Some of you are actually, okay, I heard coven. So some of you are into witchcraft or into metaphysical things. You know, it could even be astrology, and you're going to be being guided with somebody, by somebody else that is more experienced. They're going to come help you and explain things to you. Now, this might be just a quick encounter, or it could be something long term. I'm not necessarily getting exact details on that right now. And others of you that don't really resonate with that, maybe you are already older and kind of have, you know, you feel more this Queen energy. I do feel like you're going to be helping and guiding somebody younger than you, that will be very excited to learn, and very excited and motivated to get started in whatever it is that you're assisting in. I think a lot of this is regarding work for a lot of people as well, like taking somebody under your wing that's younger than you, or being a mentee to somebody that's older than you with more experience. But a lot of learning and some growth, very positive energy, very excited energy as well. Very excited to grow and expand. Okay, let's see. Wow, we have the Sun. Okay, the creation of gaining respect from or for or from, exactly, things being brought to life or light. Okay. I just think you're having, like, you're really going to have a very positive experience. and gain a lot of wisdom, or teach something that will really, like, you're gonna, if you are the mentor, you are really gonna be an important person in this person's life. That's gonna be the type of thing that sticks with them forever. You know, you might be helping and awakening somebody this month. And for those of you that feel like, you know, you're going on this exploration of learning, or you know you're doing something at work where maybe you're going into a new job, or maybe you have a new position and you're seeking help, you do have somebody that truly does want to help you. And I know if you are in that space where you're trying to find help, you're trying to find, you know, experts, or you're trying to find people that will help you, it can be very intimidating. You know, people that have a lot of information and knowledge are often very busy and seem like they don't want to be bothered, which they might not, but you do have somebody that truly wants to help you, that's not just doing it for you know, negative reasons or to feed their own ego. Like, this is coming from a pure space. So if you have somebody come up to you and it's kind of their energy is reminding you of this, then that's your light, your green light, that this person is here to help. They are not here for any negative reasons. I don't know if everybody's like, I feel like Virgos, you guys think kind of similar to, oops, this fell down. You're a little skeptical of people. You know, you like to, you analyze a lot of things. You might not be that trusting as somebody, but this person is somebody that you can trust. They really do have your best interest at heart. And there's something about them that, you know, they remind you of them, or vice versa. It's like this familiarity. Okay. What else wants to come out regarding this month for Virgo placements? I also feel like some of you, this is almost like your graduation month. This is like you going from the Princess of Wands, graduating into the Queen of Wands energy. This is you, like the creation of the Queen of Wands. This is like your big transfer from that maiden to that mother, that full feminine power energy. So it could be a big shift in your spirit, your sun, your life force. It could be a big shift in just how you carry yourself, and how you see others treating you. I feel like either way, even if you're the student or you're the teacher, there's this respect others are starting to develop for you this month, and they're seeing you in a different light. Direction, guardian, choose your path. Yes, this is a big shift. Whatever's happening, even if there's nobody in your life coming in, this is a big shift. And this is going to help you kind of define down what direction you want to take. I feel like some of you have a lot of choices and options with what you're going to do with your life, be that, you know, your relationships or your family, where you're living, your career. There's options, and you're trying to figure out what direction do I want to go. And I feel like you have good options, but you're just trying to find what is the best one, what is most suited to your soul, and where are you going to be happiest. And I feel like this energy that you either step into, or this connection you make with another person that assists you in that, is going to help you figure out what direction to go. I also feel like you have a spirit guide coming through that is your kind of direction guardian. The eagle is actually standing out a lot to me, and that might be because we do have that eagle for our card of the day. So eagles might be something for some of you where your spirit guides, your ancestors, are leaving you, like you'll maybe see an eagle, maybe, or you could see in person, or you could be seeing eagles and, you know, through TV or other media. Seeing the word eagle a lot. That's your guides and your ancestors trying to help guide you through what direction you're supposed to be heading towards. So if you notice that this month, make sure you pay attention to what you were thinking about prior to seeing that pop up, because more than likely there was guidance that was being sent down to at that time, and then there's that confirmation of that actually happening, of hey, you know, that wasn't a random thought, that was actually us trying to help guide you in the correct direction. So keep note of that, particularly with eagles. Okay. Let's get a last piece of advice, and let's go over to the love and relationship section. So last piece of advice. Wow. Yeah. Wise one, grow within your current situation. You have so much information either inside of you already, or the people around you already. You don't need to seek anything very far outside of yourself for the information. And I think a lot of you are being pulled, even if you are having somebody that comes into your life and helps you, you're being pulled to seek that information within as well. So that's always going to be a thing. Everything has to start from that inner work, that inner place of knowing, and then going to the external. Otherwise, you're relying on external things, and that will never work out right. It will always kind of blow up in your face one way or the other. So let's move on to the love and relationship portion, and I will be using the love and oracle cards. So frustrating when it doesn't do it automatically. Adjust, okay. And I also will be using a deck that I have recently got off of Etsy. This is the Love Answers Oracle by Nicole Moore. So you can find that on her Etsy account. I do love supporting these small businesses with the decks when I can. Okay, let's see what's going on in your love life, Virgo placements. So my love readings are always really going to be geared towards people that are having difficulties in their relationships, are not in communication with their person, or are single. For my people that are in happy relationships, unless a special message comes through regarding you guys, most of the time you don't get picked up. So I do apologize, but I'm happy that you're happy. All right, let's see what's going on with Virgo placements. Relationship and love. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords coming out. I'm going to pull another card before I start talking. And then we have the 7th house coming out. Balance, cooperation, your partner. Partners, okay. All right, so I think a lot of you are really going to be focused in on yourself this month. For my single people, with the Queen of Swords showing up, that really doesn't give the best vibe that you're going to be coming in contact with anybody super special this month. Because the Queen of Swords represents single people. It represents unmarried people, people that are focused on their career, people that are focused on their own ambitions and what they want in their life outside of relationships. So you notice in the background here, this is actually the same imagery that's in the Lover's card, which I think is hilarious, and one of the reasons I absolutely love this tarot deck. But she doesn't, look at her face. She doesn't care about this. That's not her priority. Her priority is her own fulfillment in things outside of relationships, outside of emotions. So she's all about the intellect. She's all about the, her career, and making sure that she can, be independent. She's very independent. So she, however, I feel like because she's very attractive energy in that way. Typically when people enter the Queen of Swords energy, they become very magnetic to others because they're not seeking anything. They're, when you're not seeking something, sometimes it comes and seeks you. Then you become this very alluring energy of, well, they don't need anything, and there's not a desperate energy coming off of them, and there's not this and that. I want to get to know them. And that's something that's all happened subconscious. People aren't consciously thinking that, but there's just this allure that you have when you step away from that type of stuff. When you're not actively seeking anybody or seeking anything, you start to have these people pop up. And with Venus going in retrograde on the 13th, we're in the shadow now. I mean, this is a great time to attract that kind of energy, and also ex relationships. So you definitely, I feel like this is almost like her past in this picture. Now, normally I don't see it like that, but that's what I'm seeing right now. Maybe you guys do have an ex that's coming back into the picture over this month, especially once Venus hits retrograde, and maybe even into June. So, yeah, let's just see a little bit more about that. Wow, yeah, I think so, because we have time to move on coming out. And I don't feel like you are in this energy of, trying to move on necessarily unless you do resonate with that. I feel like the majority of the energy I'm picking up on has already really moved on. And for this time to move on to come out, it definitely indicates somebody coming back in to tempt you to not move on. And then that seventh house sitting there. So, you know, you might have an ex-partner that's coming back into your life. If this is somebody that isn't, what I'm hearing is that this person cannot cooperate with you and cannot bring balance into your life, and it throws your life off balance. And when you're connected with them, you're not focused in on other aspects of your life. It really is time to move on for you. And so, you know, you might not want to hear that. I highly doubt it though, because I feel like if you're listening to this and you stayed on when you heard the Queen of Swords energy, you're probably waiting for that confirmation of, yeah, it really is time to move on from this situation. So this person, I feel, will be more than likely coming back, or you might have urges. So sometimes with the comeback, sometimes they're more of an energetic push to actually push you to seek them out, so they can come back in the form of a dream where you dream about the person. It's like, oh my gosh, now I can't get them out of the head. Now I want to contact them. So, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just do it. Right? Or they can come back where you just, that nostalgia hits you. It's almost like they're thinking about you, and that energy transfers and that nostalgia hits you. And you hear the song that reminds you of them or whatever. But however the contact happens, it is time to move on. So if you were wondering, this is kind of your big marker that yes, it's time to move on from the situation. And the reason why is because you really need to continue to stay in that Queen of Swords space. She's upright, she's in her positive energy, she's getting the things done that she needs to get done, and she has that big sword to cut off any ties that aren't serving her highest good, including what more than likely, if you guys are resonating, is this person. Now this person, more than likely to me, is going to be an air sign. With all the air here, we have the 7th house, which is ruled by Libra, so they could be a Libra heavy, or they could be a Gemini and an Aquarius because of the swords, so that's air. So we have girl talk coming out, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Yes, 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 yes. It's time to move on. So we got 2 time to move on. There is a lot of clarity for whoever needed it. Okay, so let's get one last piece of advice here for love and relationships. Anything? Any little words? We had talking come out reversed, and to me this is just don't get, like, if, okay, I'm not going to tell you to block outright, okay? Again, I think this is another note that this person is coming forward, because this talks about, you know, phone conversation, text, call, email, etc. You need to, if you don't, okay, if you feel like you get pulled in way too much by this individual, like they have too strong of a hold to you, it would probably be best, instead of responding to their message, to just not, to be honest. If you feel like you can receive whatever message they're sending you and respond back in a way that keeps your boundaries and you don't fall back into the, you know, that type of energy with them, then go ahead and do that. But if you know it's like too difficult, this person's too intoxicating for you, then just go ahead and just avoid the conversation. Don't respond. Keep them blocked or block them, because it is time for you to really focus in on yourself, so you can get to a point where you can either, you know, it depends. Some of you, I don't feel like I can precisely say what's happening exactly for all of you regarding this, if this is a connection that's going to come back eventually. I feel like for some of you it is, but it's a matter of you stepping into your full power first before it can come together in a healthy way where it doesn't distract you, because you have to have a more dedication to your own development outside of relationships before it can come back in, because it's so overwhelming and intoxicating. And for others, it's really time to cut the cord so you can step into your own space and attract in your true lover counterpart. instead of this connection that just really wasn't serving you. It might have been more of a karmic situation. So it depends on where you fall on that, what you resonate with. But I do hope this reading helps, and I hope it gives you some insight for your month this month. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Let me know if it resonates. And also, as always, what type of pick a card readings or other type of readings you would like to see from the channel. I always take all your suggestions and incorporate them when I can. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you all next time.